this place. You're not really clapping for me, you're clapping for me who woke you up this day. You're clapping for me who started you on your way. I have a heaven or a hell to cast you in, but I promise you, if you serve the God that I serve, if you know the God that I know, every day gets better. So again, let's celebrate God in this place. Come on, don't fool me now. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Come on, come on. We can't preach that the atmosphere is right. We can't do nothing separate of God. And so right now, God, we invite you in and we simply say, Holy Ghost, have your way. If that's your prayer on this morning, that you want God to just step in and turn around and do something new on your behalf, then why don't you do this? For the next 30 seconds, step outside of yourself, step outside of your comfort zone, throw your hands up in this atmosphere, open up your mouth, and begin to speak well of our God in this place. Father, we love you. Father, we thank you. Father, you're great. Matter of fact, you're better than great. Matter of fact, you're even better than that. There's no word that can describe just how good you really are in this place. Father, we love you. Father, we adore you. Father, we magnify you. Father, we glorify you. Father, we even blow kisses to you even right now. Why? Because you are a great God and you deserve a great praise. Come on, put your hands together all over this place. Hallelujah. 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 Come here, take your seats, take your seats, take your seats. That's better. Take your seats. Hallelujah. Take your seats.
Well, my God.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute, and I gotta be honest with you. Pastor Jackson called me about a week or so ago and said, hey man, whenever he starts that conversation with, hey man, is there some big ask that's coming on the end of that? And he asked if I would be able to stand today, if I felt like I was ready, because considering I haven't preached in a while, and the instinctive side of me said, okay, I'll do it. But then something began to stir up on the inside. Sure. Because you do know where you're about to preach. I'm actually kind of nervous to preach in this house today, not because of anything that I feel as if is lacking, but because I understand that if I say Jesus too often, if I say it enough, y'all gonna really lose your mind. In fact, when God gave me the text on today, I was a little bit nervous because when I read it, I got happy. And I know if I got happy when I read it, as soon as I read it in your hearing, you're gonna get happy too. We might not even get a chance to finish the text, but we're gonna do the best we can. Let me back up here so I can show you that I have some kind of dignified training. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. I am a recovering Baptist. This is what we do. We want to honor God first and foremost, who is the head of my life, to Pastor Jackson in his absence, the anointed, the appointed, and the divinely assigned angel of this house. We preach it, so we know you're watching. You can't help it, so we want to say, hey, we got this, man. As you can already see, we got this. And then to the College of Elders and Ministers, the 15 of you, any of you who could have been easily qualified and certified to stand here this morning, I greet you as well. To my brothers and sisters in Christ, and then to the friends and foes of the cross, I greet you all in the matchless name of Jesus Christ. On this morning, I told you I'm a Baptist boy. This is just what we do. Y'all pray for me. I'm praying that I get delivered today. Amen. Amen. And let's go ahead and read this text on the day, because again, the text messed me up, and I promise you, I'm going to be on my best behavior, but if I can't get through the text, you'll understand why. The text today can be found in 1 Timothy, the first chapter, looking at verses 12 through 16. Now, I promise you again, if you read it in its right context, you're not going to be able to contain yourself either. I'm reading it from the Message translation. Again, that's 1 Timothy, the first chapter, verse 12 through 16. When you get there, you will find these words. I'm so grateful to Christ Jesus for making me adequate to do this work. He went on a limb, entrusted me with this ministry. The only credentials I brought to it were invective and witch hunts and arrogance, but I was treated mercifully because I didn't know what I was doing and didn't know who I was doing it against. Grace mixed with faith and love poured over me and into me, and all because of Jesus. Here's a word you can take to heart and depend on. Jesus Christ came into the world to save sinners. How do I know? He says, I'm proof. Public sinner number one of someone who could never have made it apart from sheer mercy. And watch this. And now he shows me off evidence of his endless patience to all those who are right on the edge of trusting him. So as a look at your neighbor square in the eye and say, neighbor, I'm grateful. That was the right neighbor. Look at the other neighbor. Lock eyes with that neighbor and tell him, neighbor, I'm grateful. Say that to your back. Walk down 3 rows. Find you another neighbor. Square in the eye and say, neighbor, I'm grateful. Some of y'all, you couldn't respond because you, in your mind, have been convinced that you ain't got nothing to be grateful for. But see, real grateful people only need 2 things. You only need 2 things to be grateful, Ayana. You need a memory and you need a mouth. What do you mean, Reverend, when you say you need a memory and a mouth? Well, when I think about the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done, when I begin to ponder how far he's brought me, all the ways he's made, all the doors he's opened, all the mountains he's let me climb over, every situation that he's done on my behalf, when I think about the goodness of Jesus, watch this, then my mouth opens up. Why? Because my soul shall be the most of the Lord, and my soul shall be thereof. Yes, be very glad. So all I really need to be grateful this morning is a memory and my mouth. So I tell you right now, to get on the foot that which God has already done. Don't trip about what he's about to do. Just consider what he's already done. Focus on what he's going to do. Just consider what he's already done. And the more you think about it, the more you ponder it, the more you remember, you can't help but to give God a praise. Because you understand, I have not lived for the Lord who is on my side. I gotta ask the question, where, oh where, will I be? I dare you for 10 seconds to think. I dare you for 10 seconds to remember. I dare you for 5 seconds to reconsider. should function daily from a position of gratitude and gratefulness. I'm so grateful now. You might be saying, this is New Member Day. How does this equate to New Members Day? And if I can be honest, let's answer the question. Let's answer the question by simply stressing that it ain't always easy to be new. You remember the first day of school when you walked into class and all eyes was on you. They had already started their process. They already have done their thing. Seats already been taken, and they look at you crazy because you're the new person. You know the level of uncomfort you felt. Or maybe that's just me. Let me tell my story. I remember in high school, I had first day of high school, freshman year. I had went to McClimon's High School all of one day, not even a day, about 30 minutes, long enough to transfer. Now, if you went to Mac, no hating. My mama then went to Mac, much love to you. But that wasn't my trajectory. I was going to go to Oakland Tech, and so I had went the first day of school to Mac to get transfer papers that would allow me to attend Tech and start the very next day. So the very next day, I get to Tech, and they had already been in school for a day. And so, unfortunately for me, rituals and routines and structure had already been put into place. When I walked in, they gave me a schedule and said, figure it out on your own, where to go. Here at the big school, I don't know nothing about Tech. I don't know the room numbers. I don't know the flow, the structure, or the order. So I was left to find my first class all by myself. And so when I finally found my first class was well underway. So I walked in to an already established place. I walked into a place that had already had their systems in order, which left me wondering how and where do I fit in. At the end of the day, I was left so confused that I began to even question, why am I here in the first place if I don't fit in? Why am I here in the first place if there's no purpose for me? And some of you may feel the same way because you entered into a ministry that has already been functioning and moving and has already been established its own purpose and its own structures. And here you come reintroduced to something new, figuring out, where do I fit? In addition to that, something else happened on my first day at school. See, I'm from West Oakland, the Bibles. Oh my, Campbell Village in this place. You feel me? That's what I'm from. And Tech was in North Oakland. What they call it, Ike City, the North Pole, something like that. That's where Tech is. And so, even though we're all Oakland, if you really know, there are distinct regional and geographical differences between West Oakland, North Oakland, and East Oakland. Now, there is no South Oakland unless you're new to the town and you made it up yourself. But that doesn't exist. And so here I am, a West Oakland boy in a North Oakland world, and I didn't fit. One, I felt like I didn't fit, but also watch this. I was made to feel like I didn't belong. And what happens is, because you're new in a new place, you're trying to search and seek affirmations that solidifies your existence in the place. And when you can't find it, you then feel like you're not good enough. You feel like you're not worthy enough. And watch this, you begin to find for the nearest exit strategy. You make excuses. I don't like that class, I'm going to skip that class. Or, you know, but they ain't singing my song this Sunday, so I'm just going to go to another church. We got real quiet. So there I was, struggling to fit in. And when I looked at that in context of church, if I can be honest again, I struggled to fit in. I struggled to fit into a church culture that is more now concerned with dollars and cents than it is with souls. I struggle to fit into a church where the pulpit is no longer reverence because it's the platform for the performance and not the place for God's word to live, breathe, and thrive. I struggle. I struggle don't fit, but I convince myself that I'm not good enough because I compare myself to every other person who's already functioning. So God, you told me that I was a minister, but I don't preach like Nick. How come Nick got it and I don't? God, you told me to be a minister, but I don't know scripture as well as Stephanie. How come she got it and I don't? And watch this. I didn't say, maybe it's me. So then I just gotta go. Because I don't fit. I'm not good enough. I'm not qualified for where you put me. I looked at it in text of what maybe a new member might be thinking. Rewind, not even a new member. A member in general. Come on. And it's from that place that I almost texted Pastor Jackson back and said, "No, bro, I ain't got it." Because I can't preach like you. Your people are going to be expecting you. And this is a Sunday moment, and I'm not good enough to stand behind the bookboard and bring a word, so now I'm good. I can't do what Larry does. I can't do what Denise does. I can't do what Stephanie does. Me and Quincy on two different, I can't do that. Heck, I can't do what Jordan does. So you know what? I'm good. Give it to somebody else. And just as I was about to do that text, you know, we don't call, we text, because when text is a little bit informal, you ain't got to hear the reasoning. It's just send and it's done. I ain't even got to read the response because I turned my read receipts off. So you don't even know if I read it or got it. You're just talking about what I'm talking about. And so, I typed the text. Oh, I did. I can't. No, sir. It was one of them, you know, let this cup pass, but if you will say, no, take the cup. Forget your will, just take the cup. And so, as I was about to send the text, strangely, this text popped up.
Hallelujah. Come on.
I couldn't understand why 1 Timothy of all, because you got to understand, and 1 Timothy is one of those letters of Paul that's rarely preached because it's actually a pastoral letter. It's a letter from Paul to his protege Timothy in an attempt to encourage him to keep the faith, stay the course, and keep going. He tells Timothy in this letter, don't worry about how young you are. Don't trip on that. They gonna doubt you because of your youth. But if you just stay the course, if you remain diligent, you will mount up on wings. You know the text what he tells Timothy to do. So I was like, well, you know, okay, let's see what you, because you keep saying 1 Timothy. And then it took me, I was reading, and then I stopped at verse 12. And about lost my mind. Let's look at verse 12. Let's look at verse 12. I'm done. I'm done. Verse 12 says, I'm so grateful to Christ Jesus for making me adequate. Stop. If it's nothing else you remember from me today, you may personally not even like me, but I promise you this will bless you. The first thing I got when I read this text was real simple. It ain't about you. Oftentimes, feelings of inadequacy, feelings of fear, sometimes feelings of I don't fit in, they stem from, when I watch this, not necessarily from what people say, but from the pressures that we put on ourselves. Why? Because we're leaning on our own devices. But the text clearly suggests, it says, trust not in your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him. And watch this, he'll direct your path. So the first thing I gleaned from the text is, it ain't about you. Watch this. It can never be about you. Why? Because honestly, we are not good enough. Honestly, we don't have have what it takes. Honestly, we're not qualified to stand in the places that we stand in. Honestly, we don't have the credentials. There's somebody in here right now, under the sound of my voice, you got a job for which they said you needed a degree, but you ain't got one, baby. The job description clearly said 4-year college degree with experience, but what you got on your side is favor that allows you to walk in and watch this. Don't degree you got is the degree of the Holy Ghost that covers you, that qualifies you for that position. So it's not about you. It has nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. And can I break somebody's spirit today? It will never be about you. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you study, you can go to school and get your BA, your MA, your PhD, your MD, your whatever degree you chase. You can chase it and watch this. I know folks who ain't got a degree. All they got is on-the-job training, and they got a favor from God because they have a poor heart. Look at your neighbor, tell your neighbor, it ain't about you. The moment we adjust our perspective and realize that we are nothing absent from God, the moment we adjust our perspective and realize it ain't got nothing to do with our works, but it's about His works. It has nothing to do about our might, but it's His might. It has nothing to do with our strength, but it's His strength. It's His glory. It's His favor. It's His mercy. It's all about Him. He's the one that's making us adequate, acceptable, qualified, positioned for greatness. It's God. It's God. I couldn't do it by myself. The old saints sing a song says, can't make it without you, Jesus. Where you are now is a direct reflection and result of God's intervention on your behalf. Even in this ministry, you might feel lost because you don't know where to be connected. You don't know where to go. You know why? Because you're thinking too much. You focus too much on you and not enough on Him. When you make yourself available to God, He will literally blow your mind what He is able to do with and through you. But you first got to know it ain't even about you. He goes on in the same text. He goes on in the same text to say, I'm so grateful to Christ Jesus for making me adequate to do this work. Watch this. He went out on a limb, you know, and trusted me. Now see, we are skilled at dressing it up. We are skilled in masking it. But if we dress it down, pull that mask off, you might be very shocked to see what some people really look like. You know what I like about social media? What I like about social media is these filters. These filters will mess your mind up. You sitting there tapping these pictures, oh my God, that's a notch, oh my God, that's a dime, and then you meet, that ain't a dime, that's a quarter, because the filter has presented an alternative reality that doesn't even really exist. Many of us, we stand and we serve behind the mask. We dress up our worship, but you have no, if you knew where I came from, if you knew what I did, watch this, if you know what I thought about this movie, could you trust to the heaven? And I ain't the So what your mama wasn't nothing. And so what your daddy wasn't there. God still chose you. He chose you. He chose you. Stop letting people bring up your past as a deterrent to your future. Watch this. The next time a person has the audacity to come along with a shovel, digging up your past, you leave them there. You don't need that person in your circle anymore. You gotta learn how to give some people the benediction now unto him. He's able to keep us. You gotta, and watch this, some of them, you gotta cast them back to the pits of hell from which they came. We all got a past. We all got stuff. Paul had stuff. Paul had stuff. But here's the difference. Look at the next verse. Paul had stuff. He had stuff. Paul had stuff. Look at the next verse. The next verse says, the only credentials I brought to it were invective and witch hunts and arrogance. Paul had stuff.
That's right.
When I read that, one of the things that resonated deep within that Paul is teaching us today is not only do we got to understand that it's not about us, but the second thing is we have to own our story. See, I knew somebody that I'm preaching better than y'all responding. I promise you, if you own your stuff. What do you mean by own your stuff, Reverend? Glad you asked. Good question. Here's the response. Owning your stuff means, since the story gonna be told anyway, I might as well be the one to tell it. Can't nobody tell my story like I can. You might get some parts wrong. Heck, you might leave some stuff out. You might leave some people out, some places out, some things out. So guess what? Since it's gonna get told, I might as well be the one doing the talking. And here's why that's important. I get to control the narrative. I get to make sure it's accurate. I get to repossess power over my story. See, watch this. Some of us, we don't want the story told because we're still embarrassed. And that embarrassment is indicative to the fact that you ain't been delivered yet. If it still stings when you think about it, if you can't tell nobody about it, perhaps number one, you're still in it, and two, you're still embarrassed. But when you can open up your own mouth and control your own story, ain't no devil in hell that can sit here and speak negative against you. Ain't nothing that you can say about me because I've already been told it myself. Yeah. Here's what telling my own story does. It liberates me. I take my pain and I convert it into a platform to speak of the goodness of God. I take the mess that I found myself in, I put it in the hands of God, and he converts my mess into a message that can save thousands across the land. If I tell my story reveals his glory. There's some people who will never come to church, but will be saved because of you. There's some people who are assigned to your life right now, who you have not paid attention to, who you don't even know, but they've been assigned to just be a spectator as your life presents to them the strategies and the formula for success. People are looking at you and wondering, how is it that Minister Burst, Elder Burst can do X, Y, and Z? And they're trying to figure it out. But the more you tell your story and the more you give it back to God, you are empowering them to come seek the same God who did it for you. He can do it for me. But you gotta own the story. Paul knew exactly who he was. He He told Timothy, he said, look, Timothy, you tripping, you young, but do you know what I was? I was a murderer. I was a persecutor of the believers. I was the worst, and you can see what God did for me. And if he did it for me, the worst of them, then what more can he not do for you? Then what will he withhold from you? But you gotta first tell and own your own story. Stop being bogged down by your past. Stop being consumed by guilt. Stop being weighed down by depression of what you used to do and what you used to be and where you used to go. The operative word in those three sentences was used to. Used to. Right now, is somebody sitting next to you right now, all in your ear. I know him, I remember what he used. So what? So what? And guess what? What I understand about my story is this. My story, what I went through, the scars that I bear, they qualify me for the place and the position that I'm in right now. Many of us, we curse our background, we curse our situation, we curse our past, we complain, look at the scar, and the scar reminds us of the terrible experience, but the scar should really remind you that you are a survivor, that you made it through, that with the help of God you are still here, because of his grace and his mercy you have been an overcomer. That's why it's important to own our story. You can't heal from what you can't reveal. You cannot heal from that you won't reveal. You gotta own your story. You gotta own your story. I want to get y'all out of here. I know some of y'all praying now that these warriors do something. We shall see. Amen. The next verse, it says, but I was treated mercifully because I didn't know what I was doing and didn't know who I did it against. Yesterday, my wife came home and she said, I got this light. We need to install on the side of the house. Can you come and put it on the side of the house? I was angry because I was wrestling with, Lord, what am I going to say tomorrow? Now she's talking about the light. Let me go do this light. So I went downstairs, went outside, and started screwing this thing into the wood on the side of the house. And my daughter came outside. And I didn't pay her no attention, but she was outside doing what she was doing. When I finished with the light, I was about to go back in the house, and I noticed that she over there splashing around in the water with her flip-flops on, just having a good old time. And I'm thinking, why would she do the stupid thing like that? She knew we got these hardwood floors in here. She's about to track this stuff to the house. What was she thinking? Just as that, my phone rang and it was my cousin. And she said, hey, what you doing? I said, I'm sitting here watching Brooklyn. She's making me mad. What does she do? She out there splashing in water. She said, Ann? I said, what you mean, Ann? She said, how can you get mad at her for doing what comes natural to her? She said, she don't know no better. It's only when she's taught out of love the correct way will she then know any better. You wasting your time and energy getting mad because in her mind, all she doing is having fun. Blew my mind. See, God has a way of interrupting when you, see, because I sat there, I was like, man, I don't know what I'm saying tomorrow. God, give me something, you ain't gave me nothing. I've been praying and nothing is coming this tomorrow. I'm a front, the man will walk in the room to sit on me. Jesus, well, I need something. And then my wife said, put this light up, and I put the light up, and then my daughter came in the water, and I got mad at that. And then the word of the Lord came in a timely manner to say, why are you getting mad? She don't know no better.
Come on now.
And because she don't know no better, here's what you have to give her There is a grace that accompanies ignorance. When you don't know no better, grace still covers. Now that's not to say for us to continue to sin and do what we want to show grace. No. But when you don't know no better, you don't know no better. You're doing what comes natural. I work at a school, and oftentimes we are quick to jump on kids for doing what simply comes natural. Who taught me how to be a student? Who taught me how to follow instructions? My daddy ain't home, and my mama doing the best she can. And so who taught me? So here I am living what is a normal life to me. But when I come into your presence, when I come into your atmosphere, it's not quite normal. Some of us need to become delivered from our past because we simply didn't know no better. Some of us are being weighted down by the guilt and shame of our past and our past transgressions. But there's a clause in there. It's called the but God clause. It's the but God clause. You know the but God clause. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. You ain't got to know Hebrew. You ain't got to know the Greek translation. You ain't got to be able to speak in tongues. Just tell your story. Tell how God delivered you. Tell how God brought you to the right and wrong place. Tell how God turned it around for you. Tell how God saved you from a dark place. Say how God delivered you from a broken relationship, from a jacked up marriage. Tell them how God has touched you and your children. Tell the story. Encourage them and say that God did it for me. And I was the worst of the worst. I was trouble. I was horrible. But he did it for me. And I know that he can do it for you. But you gotta trust him. And watch this. When you tell your story, you can't leave there. You gotta walk with him. You gotta walk with him. You gotta walk with him. You gotta stay in the journey with him. Now watch. After a little while of walking with them, you gotta put your hand in their back. And you start walking a little bit in front of you. Because now they can do it. And then y'all walk a little bit together. And y'all tell him, we know a great God. We know an awesome God. We know a God who's amazing. This is what he did for me. And this is what he did for her. And we know we can do it for him. Let's walk together. We can walk together. We walk together. We walk together. Oh, here's another. We know a good God. This is what he did for me. This is what he did for him. And this is what he did for her. And he did it for the three of us. And we was jacked up from the back up. We was wrapped up from the neck up. We was beat up from the feet up. But he still blessed us. He can do it for you. Now let's walk. And then you walk together. And then you walk together. And then you walk together. You invite somebody else. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. That's the process. Some new members. You may be asking, what am I to do since I joined this here church? Well, first things first. Remember, it ain't about you. It never will be. And it never was. Second thing, remember, own your own story. So what, you was divorced 2-3 times. You learned the lesson each time. Apply the learning to teach somebody else. So what, you used to be on crack. So what, you was a drug dealer. So what, you was an alcoholic. Use your testimony to empower somebody behind you to say, even though I was here, God brought me there. And remember the last part of the text, and I'm done. He says, and now he shows me off as an example of what can happen to those who are on the edge of believing. I'm almost done. It says, now he shows me off. Whoa. See, I went to Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. My freshman year, I decided to participate in homecoming events. And particular was the fashion show. I was a broke college student who didn't have a lot. Told you, from West Oakland. Didn't have much. Didn't know it then. I know it now. But still wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. So I was asked to be in this fashion show. And at first I was like, I don't know. I ain't got nothing to wear. The director said, don't trip. We got designers that are coming who are going to let you wear some of their stuff. I said, but is that for all the boys? Because, I don't want them to look at me differently like I'm the only one. He said, the great thing about a fashion show is can't nobody enter in arrogant because everybody's wearing somebody else's other stuff. Everybody is being a model for somebody else's other stuff. I said, everybody? He said, yeah. They gonna bring that much clothes? He said, you ain't been no fashion show, huh? I said, no, I'm from the hood, cuz we're a few fashion shows where I'm from. He said, well, come on through. We got stuff just for you. I get to the fashion show. I got people from middle America. I got boys who can pay their tuition like this. Many of us on financial aid. We all in the same place, trying on somebody else's stuff. When we walked through the stage, there was absence of arrogance because we're modeling somebody else's stuff. We modeling somebody else's stuff. We get down to the end. Modeling somebody else's stuff. And when I think about it, in the kingdom, that's all we're doing. We're modeling God's stuff. The house I got, it ain't mine. That belongs to God. The car I drive, it ain't mine. That belongs to God. And watch this. So, the talent show, with the fashion show, I did my good walk through what I just showed you. I practiced that thing. Did my good walk. So much so that the designer that I was rocking, he said, hey man, you did such a good job. Keep it. I am convinced that folks don't know when to shout. I'm convinced that folks have no idea when to shout. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. I'm a broke college student, 3,000 miles away from home. Ain't really got no money. My dinner every night was frozen macaroni and cheese in the microwave that we weren't supposed to have with different servings. I ain't had no money. I was asked to be in this fashion show. Ain't had no clothes. But he said, come on, we got something just for you. I put on borrowed clothes and did my best. I even thanked the designer. Man, this is nice. I thank you for trusting me with your stuff. I thank you for making a way for me with your stuff. I thank you for opening doors for me with your stuff. And because I showed appreciation and because I showed gratitude, the designer said, hey man, it was my pleasure. Matter of fact, go ahead and keep it. Some of you here worried about what you ain't got, about what you want, what you can't do. If only you trust God and follow His stuff, follow God's stuff. Show Him up. Make God look good. Make God look good. Make you look good. Make you look good in your prayer life. Make you look good in your finances. Make you look good in your tithes and offerings. Make you look good on your job. Make you look good raising your kids. Make you look good walking and talking every single day. When you make God look good, He'll continue to make you look good. When you come down and say, keep it. What you got, keep it. You ain't much for it, keep it. You come for it, keep it. You want it, keep it. Keep it, 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 keep it. You gotta keep it. what happens, and I'm almost, let me take my seat. This is what happens. What happens is this. People who've been watching, they observe, and they're baffled. They're confused. They're perplexed because, watch this, they thought they knew your story. They thought they knew where you came from. They thought they knew your background. They understand that how's he able to do that? He ain't got no real job. That must be true for somebody in this place because they losing their mind. They look at you as if you crazy because it doesn't make any sense to them. It makes no good logical sense to them.